Hello and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you've never seen me before. My name is Haley and I do reviews on makeup and books and mainly makeup stuff. Foundation is my first favorite part of makeup, and foundation is what we are going to be reviewing today. I have with me today this Korean BB cream that I bought off Yes Style. I haven't shopped on Yes Style before, but I've heard of Yes Style from a couple YouTubers that I follow, and I finally ordered some stuff on it. I have skincare that I bought, which I'm trying out, definitely going to review. In today's video, I'm going to be testing out this BB Moringa Creamide tinted moisturizer, makeup, and sunscreen. It's a UVA UVB protection, SPF 30, PA++. I'm not sure what that means, but when I watch the skincare guy, he like says the PA++ part, so I think that might be important. But it's a Korean. It's a Korean brand BB cream, and I've not tried a BB cream in a very long time. I used to be into them in high school, but yeah, since then I haven't really used any, so I'm super excited to try this out. I know the whole like clean girl makeup, like BB tinted moisturizer, like no coverage is like a vibe right now. That's not exactly my vibe. I'm more of a full coverage bead porcelain doll kind of girl, but I also do like the healthy glow. Like I don't have a ton of discoloration or anything, so I could probably get away with a BB or CC cream and be happy, but I haven't tried one in years, like 5 years. So this is the first one I'm going to try, and it's a Korean brand BB cream, so they're supposed to have, you know, really good ingredients. Everyone's kind of on the K-beauty 10-step skincare regime kind of vibe. So this just came in the mail the other day, and I've really been wanting to try it out, so that's what we're going to do here today. I don't really have any plans today. I'm just opening it and gonna put some on my hand, but I don't really have any. Just seeing how many pumps. Oh, okay, so it's like a moussey sort of consistency, so that's cute. I don't really have any plans today. I just really wanted to do my makeup, so I have no primer on, which honestly I was gonna put my mattifying one on, but I forgot. But I just have sunscreen on right now. We're really gonna see how this goes. I don't think that's gonna be enough for the coverage I like, but we're just gonna see how it goes. But like I was saying, I don't have any plans for today. Probably just gonna run to TJ Maxx because I got a gift card for the holidays. Let me know down in the comments below what gift you got from the holidays that is your favorite. If you got any good makeup items, skincare items, leisure items, like I don't know. I just love to hear people's opinions on stuff. So if you got anything for the holidays that you were like obsessed with, I would love to hear about it. This is giving me definitely BB cream coverage. Okay, that is one layer. It's looking definitely nice, definitely BB cream, nothing crazy, but that is not gonna cut it for me, so I'm gonna do another layer here, and I'll probably do a wear test where I'll come and check in later today and let you know how it's going, or how it wore. If you've been on my channel before and seen some of my other foundation reviews, you know I am very oily. It could be a surprise that I'm trying to get on this BB cream trend, but I just really want to try it out. You know, BB creams and CC creams are so good for your skin, and it is winter, so the drier months, I have noticed some dry spots because I do get acne, so I use like salicylic acid and stuff. So I have been getting dry spots, you know, so I just want to try something a little bit more hydrating, something a little bit more not makeup-y, but like good for my skin, like hydrating. I feel like I could get away with it is what I'm trying to say in the winter, like wearing a BB cream. Like I'm definitely still oily in the winter, no doubt about it. My T-zone does not give me a break. It has me in a chokehold 365 days a year. Not really trying to see if this is gonna be like long lasting or anything. I'm just sort of seeing if I like how it looks, the coverage, things like that. And then, you know, if it lasts kind of well, some BB creams do. If it lasts kind of well throughout the day, then that is just a plus. Just kind of even my skin tone out. Definitely don't think this is going to dry down at all. I don't think most BB creams do. It's very tacky, very wet. It's not giving me the impression that it's going to dry down at all. I do have some blemishes and discoloration on my cheeks, which you can still totally tell, but I wasn't expecting it to be full coverage anyway. So I'm not really mad about that. Definitely just evened my skin tone out. Looks really healthy. It definitely feels makeup-y, like BB creamy. If I remember, BB creams, sort of from my experience from way back when, years ago, I did always feel that they were kind of heavy, just because it's like a cream, like it is like a SPF like cream consistency, and that's kind of what I'm feeling. I definitely feel it on my face. It's not like lightweight, but it's not uncomfortable, it's not heavy, I just definitely feel it on my face. This is Triple Functions UV Protection and Brightening and Anti-Wrinkle. Dermatologist tested, covers blemishes and imperfections naturally and creates an even skin tone. And honestly, I would say that that claim is definitely true. I think it does exactly what it claims to be. It's not claiming to give you a lot of coverage, just give you an even skin tone and sort of naturally cover blemishes, which I do think that it did. So I agree with that. So this is supposed to help retain moisture and boost hydration. I am going to just do my makeup quickly off camera and come back and give my final thoughts on how everything went on top, because I'm just going to do my makeup routine the same way that I always do and see how it goes on top of this BB cream. So I will be right back when my face is done. Okay, so the lighting kind of changed a little bit, but this is how my makeup looks. I'm gonna get pretty close. So this is how the BB cream looks. I really like how my eyes turned out, and the base turned out really, really nice. I love how it looks. It's definitely not full coverage. I can still see, you know, all of my blemishes and whatnot, but again, BB cream, wasn't really expecting that. It is feeling really nice. Everything went over top really well. My cream bronzer, cream blush, went over top really well. And I suppose the main thing with this BB cream is that it's going to benefit my skin over time. So I am going to keep using it, and I will report back on if I feel my skin is doing any better because of it. I'm planning probably to strictly use this for the next little while, so I can actually give an update on if I think it's affecting my skin or if it's benefiting it in any type of way. So we're gonna see how this looks in a few hours from now. It's probably been about on for an hour since I got done with the rest of my makeup. So I will check back in a few hours and see how this BB cream is holding up. I'm sure that you can tell it's late by the sound of my voice. I fell asleep on my couch even for a little bit. It is literally midnight, so I've had this foundation on for 10 hours, and I'm actually pretty impressed with it. It did get super oily throughout the day. I had to blot a couple times. My blush and bronzer and highlights stayed on all day. I've been on the couch like with my hand on my face and a pillow on my face and everything. There is some cakiness, like a lot kind of, in the corner of my nose, as well as a little bit of breakup right here in the very back of my face. I did have a hat on today and the makeup did wear off there too, but it looks pretty nice everywhere else. I do think that if I put the right primers underneath this, it might even stay longer. And used a setting spray, I think that could also help with the longevity of it. But overall, it does still look nice. When I blotted my T-zone, none of the makeup came off, so that was pretty impressive. But it is literally so late now, so I'm going to go wash my face, take my makeup off. Since it did kind of hold up pretty well, tomorrow I'm going to try using primers and setting sprays and how I would usually kind of wear this BB cream and see how that works. This was 10 hours, no primer, no setting spray. Pretty impressed with it, except for the cakiness in my nose here and kind of wearing off on the side, and how oily I got. I do really think it's pretty. So let's see what this looks like with my regular routine, primer, setting sprays, and all. So it is 11 o'clock in the morning. And it's New Year's Eve, so my boyfriend and I have plans to go to the Denver Museum. So I'm gonna have this makeup on for most of the day. My plan is I'm going to use this e.l.f. sticky primer, like the one that has a lot of tack to it. It's the e.l.f. Mint Melt. And then this Laura Mercier Pure Canvas primer. It's supposed to be good with blocking oils. So I'm hoping if I use these two primers, I'll be able to make this BB cream look really good all day, because I was really happy with how it looked last night, besides all the oil and kind of rubbing off on, you know, where I was sleeping on my side, like where I had the makeup coming off there. But I'm hoping that these will make it look good all day, because it did hold up really well, like it wasn't breaking up or anything. Since this one's a really tacky primer, I'm thinking it will grab onto the BB cream and kind of really make it stay in place, hopefully. And then, of course, this to just keep my T-zone from getting super, super oily, because it was really oily, as we saw yesterday. So hoping that these two will help, and then I'm also going to use a setting spray. Overall, I did like how it looked on its own, completely on its own. So I'm thinking if I use my primers like I would any other day, that it will look really good. So I'm excited to try that. Okay, so for skincare, I just did my morning skincare routine, and then I'm not going to put an SPF on just because I know the BB cream has an SPF, so I'm not going to bother with that. But I took this much of the Mid Melt, and I'm going to warm it up in my hands and kind of press it into where I feel like the makeup needs extra grip. Definitely in the corner of my nose, because it was getting kind of cakey and like broken up in there. And as you can tell, this is like an extremely tacky primer. I didn't really put it in my T-zone too much, so I'm just gonna go straight in with the Laura Mercier blurring primer. And I'm just taking like this much and gonna put it in my T-zone. I really get oily like right here the most. I do get oils on my forehead and definitely on my chin, but this is like my biggest problem area is my cheek and nose area. And I'm just gonna take a little bit more, because since this is a BB cream, I really don't want it to get as oily as it did when I didn't have anything down, like it did last night at the final check-in. Okay, so I let the primers dry down a little bit. I'm gonna take some of this, and I'm gonna do 2 pumps, because that's kind of what I did last night. I don't know why the pump's not working too well. So I guess if you let it sit on its side, the product needs to be like this way so that it will come out. Okay, and I'm just gonna dab this the same way I did yesterday, and I almost wanna do half my face with a brush and the other half with my beauty blender, because I only used a beauty blender yesterday, but I usually do like beauty blenders more. But I feel like for the sake of testing, I want to see which one will do better. So I've got my brush. I'm going to do this side with the beauty blender and this side with the brush and see if there's a difference, but I'm going to try the brush first. Because usually, you know, you can get a little bit more coverage with a brush. So I want to see if that's accurate. And I do really want to work it into the corner of my nose, like crevice here, because yesterday it really did kind of goopy at the end of the night, like really crusted in there and gross. Okay, that's half of my face blended. I definitely do like this BB cream. Okay, we're gonna do the blender side. So I do think the beauty blender side just does it a little faster. I think the beauty blender side made it seem a lot more airbrush, like sort of blurred over top my skin, and then the brush kind of just worked it in a way where it kind of sunk in. I'm seeing like my pores for some reason are a little bit more blurred on this side, but ever so slightly. So honestly, other than that, I don't see a huge difference in coverage at all. So I'll probably stick to my beauty blender just because that's what I like to use, and I don't think I got a ton of really any extra coverage with the brush side. It's laying down, you know, the same as it did yesterday. It looks really pretty, really skin-like, not too dewy. I do like that it's not an extremely dewy BB cream. Yeah, it transfers a lot, so that would be why I probably am going to set, but I have to set everything, so I don't think there's ever a world where I would test this without setting it. Okay, so I just did all of my cream products on my face, my liquid bronzer and blush and concealer. It definitely looks, you know, feels tacky still. Like I know that if I touch my face, it's going to transfer. So I don't think there's any shot that this would fully matte down. Yeah, it's still extremely tacky, but I do really like how this makes my skin look. It definitely looks very skin-like. It feels like makeup. It's not a lightweight formula, I don't think, from what I can feel. But I do really like how my skin looks. I feel like the lighting this way is a little bit better, even though my background sucks. Sorry, my background sucks because I moved and I haven't done a background yet on the wall over there. And plus the window's right here, so I'm gonna have to figure that out. Maybe I'll get a green screen. You know, really YouTuber it up in here and like actually get a green screen. Because I like natural lighting. I think doing makeup in natural lighting is the best way to see how it looks. Because that's where everyone's going to see it. Yeah, if I can get this to last all day, I will be really happy. So I'm gonna do the rest of my makeup and then come back and give my final thoughts before I do the rest of my day and go on with my check-ins. I just finished doing my makeup. I really like how it looks. This is New Year's night, so I did do a little bit of gold and kind of a bronzy gold kind of look. But my skin looks really, really good. I actually really like the BB cream. I'm hoping that it lasts thanks to all of my primers that I use. I also used the Patrick Star, I think? Yeah, one size setting spray, which is supposed to be like waterproof, like everything. So I really have high hopes for this lasting all day. And yeah, so it is currently 12:30, so I'm probably gonna have this on until obviously midnight tonight. So it's gonna be a good long 12-hour wear test. It's already been about an hour since I first put it on, but yeah, so I'm gonna do a couple check-ins throughout the day and see how it looks, but I'm really happy with how it looks right now. My skin looks really, really good, so I'm hoping that it lasts throughout the whole day. But I'll check in a few hours and see how it is. This is actually the end of the night, so it has been 12 hours. I did not get too oily during the day. I did not touch up or anything. I was lounging on my couch towards the end of the night pretty much the whole time. That's why a lot of my makeup on my jawline came off. As you can see, I have a pimple that you can clearly see. I do think it lasted pretty good throughout the day, obviously until it all came off at the end of the night, which you're seeing here. I do have another wear test tomorrow. And right now it is midnight, so I am so exhausted and I'm gonna go to bed and try it again tomorrow. Okay, so today is day 3 of me trying the Moringa Ceramide BB cream that I got off YesStyle. I'm just gonna do the same exact thing that I did yesterday, but I think I'm gonna bake for a little longer, especially on my sides where the makeup came off yesterday. And I think that's mainly all I'm gonna do differently. So let's just hop right into it. Okay, so this is the end of the day now, and as you can see, my makeup is holding up actually really, really well. I did not get really oily today. Like I have not touched up, put any powder in my T-zone, and I'm super surprised. It looks so good. Yeah, I'm actually really impressed with this BB cream. I'm like taking better care of my skin, so I don't have as many dark spots, and I feel like I can get away with this being like a natural coverage, like just kind of evening the skin tone out, and then I put my concealer and I put everything else on, so it's pretty much full coverage. So I think baking, which I think actually made my makeup last longer, because that really just made this stay together. Like I don't have any breakage at all. So I'm a huge fan of this BB cream. I'm excited to keep trying it out. And if you like, you know, medium-ish coverage, pretty buildable, I think, coverage. I mean, I think it'll cover everything it needs to cover, but I still have some discoloration like pimples. So it's not full coverage, but it's a really good medium coverage. And if you don't have a lot to cover up, then I think you would really like this. But overall, I'm really impressed. I'm really happy. It only comes in a few shades, which is kind of unfortunate. I think this is definitely a good winter foundation because in the summer, who knows if this would last if I got hot, but I was like, it's the dead of winter right now, so I'm not surprised it stayed on this whole time because it's not really battling the heat like me sweating. I don't know how this would perform, but I'm definitely interested in maybe getting a summer shade and seeing if this could work in the summer if I did the whole baking, because it's just very natural, very pretty. And I mean, I did do a lot of steps to make sure that it would stay on, like with all my primers and baking. And it's a BB cream, which makes me like it even more because it's just very nourishing to the skin. And it also lasts really well. So if I can find something that is good for my skin and will last well like this, I mean, I'm a big fan. So, and that's what this is giving and that's what this is doing, because my makeup looks so good and I seriously barely touched up today. Like I really didn't put any powder on. You know, it is 4 o'clock, so I mean, it hasn't been a full day, but the fact that I have gone this long without touching up at all and it looks this good still, it says a lot. So I'm very impressed by that. Does that help? Maybe. I guess I put my ring light on so you can kind of see hopefully my makeup a little better. I do have some breaking over here on my nose, and sort of it is transferable because I was wearing a different sweater earlier and I was getting makeup on the side of it like a lot, and it was barely like just like touching it, so it's definitely transferable. Honestly, I would just avoid touching my face if it could look this good for this long. So I don't find that to be a huge downside. I'm honestly really shocked that I like it this much. I wasn't even expecting to like this BB cream. Like BB creams are just usually not for me, but I'm really happy and really surprised at how much like I like this. Like it looks so good, and I'm telling you, in person it looks like skin but better. And I don't know, it lasts a really long time. So honestly, if you're an oily skin girl, I think you would love this if you do the baking right, okay? And then maybe an oil. So I used an oil prevention primer and I baked, which is, you know, I did some things to help this BB cream last, but it is super pretty. And I mean, if my skin looks like this because I did those things, I think it's worth it. Because overall it's just a really pretty kind of vibe. It's just a really pretty base. Like my base looks so good. Enough ranting. I really like it. I think you should try it. Even if you have oily skin, even if you have dry skin, honestly. I think BB creams are great for everyone, and when I find one that's oily girl friendly, I mean, that means it's really for everyone. So yeah, that's all my thoughts, and thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video or you found anything I said to be helpful, you can leave a like and subscribe. And if you've tried this BB cream or you have other BB creams you love, or literally any bases that are oily girl friendly that you rave about, I would love to know. Or if you have skin like mine and it's oily and you have things that you love, please let me know, because I'm on the hunt to find makeup that looks natural but oily girl friendly, like not cake face, but like natural and just like slayed, but still with like a beat, because like I do love to put makeup on and I love the base. But yeah, thank you again for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.